Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and today I'm going to do a restock of my soap called Siracco. But when I made this originally, I originally intended it to have some orange in it. This is what it looks like. My last bar, it was a popular bar, so I really want to make it again. I love this red oxide color, and in the color tutorial I'll show you how I come up with that color, at least with paints. Luckily for soap makers, red oxide is available and you don't have to do much of anything to get this color. But as far as the color scheme for my restock, I'm going to have the same colors here, but I also want to add some orange to it, just to change it up a little bit. And you know me, I love my colors. So I think you'll be interested in seeing how these colors relate and why they work well together. And again, I like that little trace of black lately in my soap. So let's get started. So here's the color scheme basically for the soap called Siracco. And hopefully you can see that these colors are pretty much related already. In the red and the orange are very close to each other on the colors wheel. I would say colors wheel, color wheel. And you know they're related because there is red and orange as well as yellow. I'm not going to have any yellow in this soap. But brown is also a part of these colors because, as you can see, when you add the opposite color from the color wheel, the green, you get a brown. So there's also red in this brown, and because of that, because of the nature of orange, there's also red in the orange and red in the brown. So they're all related. So it's almost it's really going to help with the compatibility of these colors. So I just wanted to show you that I'm not going to just use this red straight out of the tube or whatever, because this is a color I'm trying to replicate. It's more of like a red oxide, and luckily we have soap colors that are oxides that already have this color. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I had to mix the color, and that's also useful to see, I think. So how do I get that color? Well, I used red as the major color involved, I think. But I also, as I look at that color, it looks like it has some orange in it too. So I'm going to mix some orange in there. More red. And I'm going to take some of the brown. And that's pretty close. It's a little darker. So if I want to lighten that up a little, I'll probably add a little touch of orange. Too much. So just using your eye to adjust the colors. And then pretty close to that oxide color. Probably needs a touch of brown. So that's going to be the color that I'm going to have in this soap. But I also want to change the soap up. I'm going to do a remake of that. And I do want some orange in there. I'm going to have white. And then a touch of this black. Just a touch. Just like in the soap. And then, of course, I'm going to have my white. I keep telling you I don't have white watercolor. And there's a reason for that. And that's because when you're a watercolor artist, if you want some white in your painting, you would just use some kind of like rubber paints, like it's almost like rubber cement to block out the areas that you want to retain the white. And so you're just really leaving the white of the page visible. So that is the color tutorial. Again, it's one of, what do we call that? It's a bit of a complementary in design because the red and the orange, but it's also a shade of, not shade. Shade is when you add black to a color. It's the muting down of the red by use of the green to get the oxide. And luckily I already had brown in my water color pad. This is what I've been using, just in case you wanted to get an inexpensive watercolor kit to play around with. They're not very expensive. Alright, so let's get on with the soap. Okay, let's just fast forward through this part this time, since you know from the other videos what I do. So let's get to the good part. Okay, let's get the fragrance in there. I love this fragrance. It's a dupe of Sultana. It's hard to describe, that's why it's so interesting. It just smells great. Sort of mysterious. Okay, let's get the colors going. And this is the red oxide, and it's very potent. I don't really need much at all to get a deep color. Where's my orange? Want a little bit more of this oxide. And just a little bit of black. The rest is going to be white. So I've got my titanium dioxide. If there's not enough titanium dioxide, I'm perfectly okay with a creamy color for this soap. Sometimes that doesn't work well. Okay, the next lightest color is this orange. There's 3 different oranges in there because the last time I used orange I wasn't happy with how much it faded. You wouldn't think that something this intense fades, but it can. And that was not even that might be a teaspoon of red oxide, and it turns it that dark. So, and then the black activated charcoal. I don't want to over blend that because charcoal absorbs liquid. It can start getting harder quicker, so I don't want that. I want a very liquid soap for this because I want really thin ribbons of color in the soap. Okay, we're doing well. Okay, we're doing well. Okay, so I want this to be my base color. In with the white. For my oxide color, I'm pouring from high up. Just want these little ribbons. Pretty much how I poured the original soap. So if you look at the beginning of this video, when I hold up the old bar, I'm still going for the same type of pour. The orange and the red are pretty closely related, so I want black to break it up. The white again will push down some of those colors. Go for some orange. When I saw the sky in Egypt that day, that I'll go for some black, that I saw the Siracco kick up, whether it's true or not, my mind's eye remembers sort of an orangey, rusty red sky with the sands kicking up. So that's what I'm basing these colors on. So So I'm going to do a drop pour, and then I'm going to get closer, so that ends up being the top for the soap as well. So there's the orange, then get closer. I'll save the scrapings for the very top once I'm through pouring. Now, okay, let's get this, let's see, I think I'll do what I did in the soap I did not too long ago. And that is just one diagonal. Let's see, I think I'm just going to do circular swirls. And call that done. Okay, this was the making of Siracco, and I wish I could share this scent with you. It just smells awesome. And that's it. This is Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the cutting. Okay, I've already cut a few bars of this Siracco. Cuts so nice. It's very smooth. It's a little different than my first time, but that I've made this soap. The difference being that I added orange to this design, but the drop swirls were still, you know, very loose, so I got this very watery look to it. This one gelled really nicely, so it just cuts really nicely. I think one more cut. Make that a very quick cutting demo. Yeah, leave it on this last bar. So this has been the cutting of Siracco, and beginning part, I guess you saw the making of this too. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again soon. This is Clyde at Vibrant Soap. Bye.